Welcome. Let's do some yoga for strength. Beginning at the top of our mats, let's absorb that sun as it beams down on our bodies. With the eyes closed, we're standing tall. First, we're focusing on our posture. With a long, tall spine, it'll allow us to be stronger. Feel how those feet are grounding into the earth. Feel those toes spread wide. With a better base, you'll have more strength to lengthen that spine. With the feet active into the ground, feel the tailbone tuck under to draw the belly muscles up and in, to activate the hips, to lengthen the spine. Feel that rib cage floating away from your hips. Feel the top of the head like a balloon floating up to the sky towards the sun. Let's just focus on our breath so that we can match our breath with our flow. As we inhale, feel the spine lengthen. Feel the ribs expand from those lungs getting bigger. As you exhale, feel the shoulders relax, the ribs shrink, and your core gets stronger. 2 more deep breaths to lengthen our spine, and exhale to strengthen our core. 1 more deep breath, preparing for our flow. As we continue to breathe through the practice, let's move our shoulders gently up, back and down to start to warm up those shoulder muscles. With these shoulder rolls, we're allowing our heart and our rib cage to be taller, putting our spine into alignment. 1 more shoulder roll. Let's reverse the circle, bringing those shoulders down, back, and gently forwards. 4 more circles to warm up that complex joint, making it easier to do all these next arm and full body movements. Once the shoulders relax down, we'll inhale, reach the arms out and up to the sky, grabbing that sun and bringing our palms together to our hearts. Use the breath to inhale, fill the torso with oxygen, and as you exhale, bring the palms back to your heart. 3 more deep breaths. Even though we're moving the arms, relax the shoulders. On that next inhale, feel the spine lengthen, the neck lengthen. As you exhale, bring the hands down. 1 more deep breath, but this time we're keeping the arms overhead. As you interlace the fingers, hug your head with your biceps. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and the core up and in, start to shine the heart towards the sky, allowing that rib cage to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bring the belly muscles in to bring the hands to your heart and sit into a small chair. As we sit into our chair, we'll swing the arms down and back to lift the chest up, to align the spine. On your next inhale, we'll swing those arms forwards to sit a little bit lower into our chair. As we hold this, focusing on strengthening our legs with a long, tall spine and a strong core. On your next exhale, sit those hips back, dive those arms out and down as you fold over. You may bow your head, reaching the head towards your knees. On your next inhale, keeping a soft bend in the knees, lift the chest and the head so our spine is now parallel to the ground. With a flat back, we'll bend the knees so much that we can grab the top of our mats and either walk or step or hop back to a plank. Once in those planks, we'll hold this position looking at the hands, making sure our fingertips are pointing forwards as we begin to strengthen our core. Make sure your neck is long, those toes are spreading, the abs are pulling up and in, and we'll keep the strength into our core as we slowly bend the elbows to allow ourselves to lower to the ground. You might bring those knees down first to help you, but maybe you lower your chest down first to really strengthen those arms. Pointing the toes back, squeezing the legs together, peel your chest off the ground, coming into a cobra. You can keep those knees down as you lift the chest to shine the heart towards the sun, again, absorbing some sunlight. And as we exhale, we'll pull our belly muscles in to sit back to a child's pose with the toes curled under. Curling your toes under, that'll give a stretch into the bottoms of the feet and the toes. Stretching the toes will allow the feet to have a little more balance as we slowly make our way into our first downward dog. Here, we'll find a little bit of movement by just bending one knee as you straighten the other, finding an alternating calf and hamstring stretch. Allow the head to relax towards the ground as your spine stays long and the fingertips gently claw the ground as you feel the knuckles and the palms lengthening your torso. One more deep breath, pedaling and stretching to warm up those legs in our downward dog. With the knees slightly bent, let's bring those feet together and we're going to lift our right leg straight up to the sky. As you lift that right leg straight up, pause here. It's okay if your left heel is not touching the ground. Just do your best to separate the feet away from each other. Feel that right glute activate. As we exhale, we're going to activate the core. Slowly bring your right knee towards your right elbow. It's okay to bring that left knee down if you need help, but do your best to hold that plank position as we inhale right back up to that three-legged dog to lengthen and strengthen those legs and arms. On the next exhale, we're bringing our right foot through in between those hands. It's okay to take a few steps to help you, but once you place that foot or crawl that foot in between the hands, we'll align all of our nails as we lift our chest up. Inhaling creates space into the front of the body, strength into the back of the body. As we exhale, ground those hands to step your right foot back to reset in that downward dog. From our downward dog, with those feet together, lift your left leg up to the sky. Let's activate that left glute by reaching that heel towards the sun. As we breathe out, feel that left foot through, feel that left foot come forwards, the left knee come forwards towards that left elbow as we flex, and then we'll inhale, lift that left leg up to the sky, once again activating that left glute. On our next exhale, we'll bring that knee and foot forwards. Again, it's okay to step or hop or crawl that left foot in between the hands as we come to our runner stretch to lengthen the legs, to strengthen our back, lifting the chest up. As we exhale, let's sit back into our downward dog, lengthening the spine, lengthening the legs. We'll bend the knees. We can walk, step, or even hop the feet to in between the hands. From your forward fold, you can press your hands into your shins or into your thighs as you lift your chest and head halfway up to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, feel your belly muscles flex to strengthen the spine. On your next inhale, you can reverse the swan dive by reaching those arms out and up to the sky to again grab the sun as we bring our palms together to our hearts. Once the arms come down at our sides, let's again realign with our spine. It's okay to check on your toes to make sure they're spreading and have the big toes towards each other or even touching. From this position, we're going to reconnect to the ground by just noticing how the feet are touching the earth. Toes wide, heels grounded, outer edge of the feet grounded. A little activation of the toes to improve the strength in the lower legs. Lift your big toes And then see if you can lift the rest of the toes like a wave until all the toes are lifted, stretching up to the sky to improve the flexibility of the feet to help to strengthen the whole body. Slowly lower the big toes, and then each individual toe, if possible, until all the toes are grounded again. Here, pressing down into the forefoot, let's see if we can balance, lifting the heels to strengthen those lower legs, those calf muscles, and to improve the balance by strengthening our feet. Slowly lower the feet. On the next inhale, let's reach those arms out and up to the sky. Here, we'll hug the head again. Use the core muscle to help to lengthen the spine. As we absorb that sun here in New York City, we'll find a side bend to our right, creating space into the rib cage. As we inhale, center. We'll exhale, side bend to the left to lengthen through our obliques to give our torso more length. Continue with your breath, breathing out to the right, coming back to center, to the other side, using our breath to move our torso and strengthen our obliques to allow us to stand taller and longer. One more bend to your left as we slowly come back to center. Slowly open up the arms as we slowly interlace the fingers behind our backs. As you squeeze those palms together, lift the heart, lift the chest. Our chart is a chest and heart. As we exhale, we're going to sit back into our chair pose. From here, use your arms to allow your spine to be nice and tall, nice and straight. We'll slowly reach those arms forward and up to the sky to sit a little bit lower in that chair pose for one deep breath to strengthen those legs. And as we exhale, we'll fold over to lengthen the back of the legs. As we inhale, we'll soften the knees, press the palms into the shins, half lift so that spine is nice and long. As we exhale, let's continue to lengthen and strengthen the spine by flexing our core muscles in. Bend the knees so much so that you can grab the ground. And again, you can walk, step, or hop those feet back to a plank. This time around, let's see if we can touch our chest down first. Slowly, as we inhale, we'll peel the chest off the ground. You might hear another plane passing by to see how we're doing in our yoga practice. As we exhale, we'll pull those belly muscles in to sit back to that downward dog. From our downward dog, lengthening our spine, lengthening our legs, let's lift that right leg up again. In our three-legged dog, we're going to open up the hips this time. So now that right foot is reaching over their body towards the left side of the mat or towards our left shoulder. As we exhale, we'll bring that right knee across the body to activate the core in a slightly different way. Maybe even touch your knee. As we inhale, let's open up that three-legged dog to create space into the front of that hip. And as we exhale, we'll bring our right foot, this time, next to our right hand. As you inhale, we're lifting the chest up to create space into the front of the chest. As we exhale, we're strengthening our core. And then on the next inhale, we're rotating to the mother of all stretches, a twisting dragonfly, so that we look like the dragonflies around us. On your next exhale, we'll slowly bring that right hand down, reset back in that downward dog, creating space and length into the spine. We'll reset to the other side, lifting that left leg up, bending the knee to open up into the front of that hip. And as we breathe out across the body, strengthening those obliques, the core, to help lengthen and strengthen the spine. Inhaling again to open up to the front of that left hip, reaching that left foot towards the right shoulder. As we exhale, we're bringing that left foot next to our left hand to align those nails. As we inhale, using our breath, we'll lengthen the spine and lengthen the legs to improve our posture, allowing us to stand taller. As we exhale, let's strengthen the core to keep the spine long. Inhaling, opening up to our twisting dragonfly, maybe waving at that little turtle that just popped up. As we exhale, we'll bring the left hand down, sitting back, meeting in that downward dog. Take 3 deep breaths, lengthening the spine, strengthening the legs, appreciating the nature around us, appreciating the still, calm ground underneath us, and appreciating that air around us. Slowly releasing, uncurling those toes, sitting back into a child's pose. You can make a pillow for your head with your stacked hands. You can relax the arms at your sides. Just find a comfortable position here in your child's pose. If you enjoyed that, you'll definitely like this next video. My name is Jason, and I'll see you next time. Peace.